Hey friends, this is kind of exciting. Some of you might recognize this here as a Magic the Gathering Revised Edition starter deck. Now, it's got packing tape all over it and writing here on the side. Well, my mom called and said, "Oh, I was just thinking about you, and I was at the thrift store, and I saw a box with your Magic logo on it, and I thought I'd pick it up, and it was only 99 cents. So if it isn't worth anything, then that's okay. It was $1 worth of fun opening it up." Well, this box on its own, even covered in packing tape, is well worth the 99 cents. So thanks, Mom. But for anybody who's not initiated, Revised Edition was released in 1994, and it's also known as Third Edition. It was Alpha, Beta, Unlimited, and then Revised were the base sets. And then before Revised, I believe, was Arabian Nights and Antiquities. I may have that wrong off the top of my head, but you know what? You can look that up with Google, whatever. Anyway, I wanted to crack this open as soon as possible, but I wanted to get it opened on camera because this is a rare find. Even just the box is really cool. Even if there's nothing good at all in the box, I will be keeping the box because these are really sweet. You don't run into these very often. You know, they're 25 years old. So we're going to go ahead and gently try to open this with my trusty Leatherman Skeletool KBX. Now, what would I love to be in here? I would love for this to be full of dual lands or like a complete alpha, beta, unlimited deck or, whatever. That would be fine. Realistically, I would be super happy with a bunch of revised commons and maybe a revised rulebook. That would make me very happy. Holy crap. Holy crap. I think this is a real revised starter. Oh my god! This is a real revised starter. Woo! All right. So, Mom, you done good. You done real good. Okay, so remember how I said I would be real happy with a rule book? This is the rule book that came with revised starters. A sealed revised starter is very expensive. Now, this one was probably not sealed. This was probably opened. And if I had to guess, this has probably been searched. It was probably something that somebody opened, took what they wanted out of it, or saw that it didn't have what they wanted and they threw back. But just looking, before I look at anything in there, those look, based on the side and the cut there, they look either unplayed or not very played at all. I'm gonna reserve my judgments. We're gonna see what's in here. Revised Mountain, great. I love mountains. These are pack fresh. Plains. Islands. I'm trying to keep my head in camera, but I'm just leaning down because we got forests. I'm really glad I decided to document this. This is now I will be checking all these, anything that's worth anything in here. Now, the funny part will be if this all ends up just being lands. No, we are into, let's see, how many was that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21 lands. That sounds about right. Okay, we've got a Dragon Engine, Obstinous Golem, Death Ward, Circle of Protection red and green. Those are from my buddy Filippo. Samite Healer. I know somebody who will want that. Maybe. Merfolk of the Pearl Trade. I don't know where... I've never opened a sealed deck of Revised. So I don't know where the rares are. If I had to guess, I would guess that somebody pulled the rares out of this and then replaced it back. There's Counterspell, which is, now that it's 2021, a Revised Counterspell's actually got some weight behind it. Feedback, Control Magic. It's a playable card. Lightning Bolt. I'll take Lightning Bolts all day long. Burrowing. Earthbind, this one of the sexiest cards. Okay. All right, stop right there. This is a... This is a promotional card. At first glance, you would think this is 4th edition. But if you can see if it'll focus here... Maybe it won't. It has a 1994 date, which tells me I think that was one of the early book promos. So somebody opened this and stuck their book promo in there in the middle. So if I'm suspending any of my hope in that if there are any super high-end cards in there, they've probably been pulled out. Keldon Warlord, Grey Ogre, Dwarven Warriors, Hill Giant, Weakness, Will-o'-the-Wisp. That's not bad. I'm really not sure what all our rares are here, because Revised was one of those where your rares were kind of wonky. Urg Raiders isn't bad. Drain Life, Pestilence, Nettling Imp, Frozen Shade. That's from my buddy Daniel. Okay, Norritt. This is another one of those era-appropriate promotional cards. So this would have been 1995. These were handed out as freebies just for walking into a store. And then the Fireball, I think it was one of those that... I'll check. I'll figure it out. It was one of the early promos. But Norritt, this was probably one that was handed to them with this deck. They just stuffed it in there. So, Shannon Dryad, Wall of Wood, and Still Energy. I think that's a rare. Let's just look. Is it... No, it's an uncommon. Stream of Life, so we're in the uncommons. Hurricane, I think that's an uncommon. Lure. War Mammoth. Thicket Basilisk. Giant Spider. Crawl Worm and Scaled Wurm. Okay. So no good cards. I did almost lose it there for a second. But, okay, so we didn't get any money cards. But let's think about it for a sec. That's fine. I got to open what is basically an untouched Revised starter. I've got a nice condition booklet here, except for where it got stuck to the packing tape. And I got a really nice box. So that's fine for me. Thanks for joining me. This was fun.